Greetings friends, with you, Oleh Ivchenko, head of Pareto company. Are you watching? A new episode of Pareto Point, the program where we talk about the most interesting events from the world of valuation, business and finance. Today in the episode, the Supreme Court of Ukraine has expressed its opinion regarding the valuation date of a privatization object. The global real estate market is becoming significantly more active. The global stock market crash of December 1974. Let's go. The Commercial Cassation Court of the Supreme Court considered a dispute between an individual entrepreneur and the State Property Fund regarding the terms of a preliminary agreement for the purchase and sale of a leased building. The main question is which appraisal should be used to determine the buyout price, since the appraisals from 2021 and 2022 differed significantly. The court provided the following explanation. To determine the price, it is necessary to use the appraisal that is valid at the time the contract is concluded. It does not matter when previous appraisals were conducted. The main thing is that the report is current on the day the agreement is signed. The court also specifically emphasized that if the tenant made inseparable improvements, their value must be taken into account during the final settlement. For the property, this decision establishes a clear practice for appraisers and participants in privatization, a current and valid appraisal at the time of signing the contract. The Global Real Estate Perspective report by JLL has identified a new trend in the global real estate market. The office segment is experiencing a noticeable return of demand after the COVID years of remote work. After a long period when companies were reducing their office space, in 2025, tenants are once again actively seeking prime offices. At the same time, there is little new construction. In the US and Europe, new construction is at its lowest level in decades. This creates a shortage of quality space and affects asset values. The situation is similar in logistics. Currently, fewer new facilities are being commissioned than the market requires. As a result, available space is becoming increasingly scarce, and companies have to compete for good locations. This is an important signal for appraisers. The real estate market is entering a phase of shortage of quality assets. Here, price is determined by location, the condition of the property, and its ability to quickly adapt to new business models. Half a century ago, in December 1974, the world markets experienced one of the deepest downturns since the Great Depression. The key stock indices of what would become the G7 lost at least a third of their nominal value and more than 40% in real terms. In the United Kingdom, the situation was even more dramatic. The market lost more than 70% of its value, and a paralyzed real estate sector, along with a banking crisis, forced the Bank of England to bail out lenders. But after the rent freeze was lifted on December 19, 1974, the market was able to recover. And within a few months, it gained over 100%. For appraisers, this is an example of how a global economic crisis can simultaneously collapse asset values across many countries and sectors. All these stories serve as a reminder to stay focused on accuracy and the relevance of valuations. At Pareto, we are working precisely to ensure that our clients' decisions are based on verified data and clear logic. Thank you for being with us. Subscribe to our channel and share this video with your colleagues. And let us know in the comments what you'd like to hear about in future episodes. See you in the next episode of Pareto Point.